Do you know what I think about sometimes? What if you had a slide and you put it up to your eye and then someone came over and hit it as hard as possible while it was pushed against your eye? Think about that. Like once every couple weeks. Do you remember the way to the bank? Do you remember Christmas with the Cranks? Do you remember I've given up hope? Do you remember the miracle Pope? People of the world, friends and relatives, this is For Emma by Bon Iver. Barnacles. For Emma by Barnacles. My name is Stuart Alexander Lehman-brown, and you need a guitar that is in standard tuning. Well, the actual recording is like ever so slightly out of tune, but it's essentially in standard tuning. We're going to start off with the introduction to the song, which begins with a C chord. Pointer finger, first fret, second string from the bottom. Middle finger, second fret, third string from the top. Ring finger, third fret, second string from the top. Now, I have to tell you something. In the album version, it sounds like he actually has his ring finger playing third fret on the top string and pinky on the third fret of the second string from the top. This is a C over G chord. It's basically the same chord. But if you watch him play it live, he does the C chord that I showed you at the beginning. I'm going to do the regular C chord. On this C chord, you're going to strum this rhythm. It's going to go strum, mute, strum, strum, mute, strum, mute, strum, strum, mute, strum, strum, mute, strum, strum, mute, strum, strum. Now this is, I'm being too annoying. I know. I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit. So look, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is this is the strumming pattern we're going to use throughout the entire song. So once you've got it, you've got it. The bad news is, much like the C chord, I feel like the way it sounds on the studio recording is, it sounds a little bit different than when he does it live. So I'm going to show you the two differences, and then I'm going to let you choose, but I'm going to tell you what I would choose if I were you. And I'm going to make the decision for you, but you can ignore me because I have no way of enforcing. I don't know. So when the typical way to play this strumming pattern, and the way that it sounds like to me on the recording, is like this. You do a regular strum down, and then you're gonna loosen your grip over here. You keep your fingers touching the strings, but you just loosen your grip like that. And then, so now if you strum the strings, it sounds all muted. The other thing that I do to like make it extra muted is when I strum, I try to take this part of my hand and kind of hit the strings at the same time I'm strumming. So I'm muted over here and I'm muted over here. Either one works fine. You can mute with your left hand or your right hand or your left hand. Don't ever do that again. I do both. I mute with my left hand and my right hand just to make sure it's muted. So we've got strum, mute. And on that mute, you're kind of strumming down. You're like karate chopping and or strumming down. Now, what I would do as a normal human being is I would then strum up afterwards and start it over again. So I'm going down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down. Try that with me. 1, 2, karate chopper, Rochambeau. Down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down. It's just that same rhythm over and over again. Down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down. But if you watch live performances, he goes like this. Down, mute, down, down, mute, down, down, mute, down, down. I know, you're like, Uncle Stuart, I can't believe you wasted so much time talking about the two different strumming patterns. They sound exactly the same. What's wrong with you? Look, it feels quite a bit different, whether you're going down, mute, down, down, or down, mute, up, down. And I swear, honest to goodness, on the album version of the song, it sounds like he's going down, mute, up, down. But if he's doing it like that on the album, then why in the world would he be going down, mute, down, down when he does it live? I don't know. So my recommendation is to go down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down. I think it's going to be way easier, especially if you're trying to sing and play at the same time. But either way is completely permissible. Okay. I forgot about the most important part of the song, the very, 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 very intro to the intro, which is you go like this. You mute all the strings. You just touch all the strings very lightly so they're muted, and you do 3 strums down. 1, 2, 3. Then you start the actual song. So it's 1, 2, 3, strum, mute, up, down, mute, up. Got it? Okay. On the C chord, you're going to do that down, mute, up, down, mute, up. You do that twice. So it's down, mute, up again. Great. Then you're going to switch to, it's either an E minor over G or a G6 chord. They're basically the same chord. Online, it's going to say to play a regular E minor chord. Guys, it's not true. Do not trust the tablatures that tell you to play a regular E minor. It's just not accurate. Check it out. You've got your C chord. Then, here's how you switch to the E minor, or I'm going to call it an E minor over G chord. You get rid of your pointer finger, and you move your ring finger up to the 3rd fret on the top string. So ring finger's playing 3 on the top. Your ring finger, it's probably doing this automatically, but just in case it isn't, you want it to lean down and mute the 2nd string from the top, and then your middle finger is still on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string from the top, and the rest of the strings are all open. Sounds like this. See, here's a regular E minor, and here's the chord from the song. They're quite a bit different. So we've got C again, and then you switch to the G6, E minor over G right there. You do the strumming pattern twice on that chord. Then we're gonna switch to a C major 7 F. I knew I was gonna mess everything up, but I didn't think that it would all come crumbling down so quickly. People of the world, you after the E minor over G chord, you're going to switch to an F major 7 over C chord. The bottom string is open. Pointer finger 1st fret, 2nd string from the bottom. Middle finger 2nd fret, 3rd string from the bottom. Pinky on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string from the top. And ring finger 3rd fret, 2nd string from the top. And then your thumb has to come up over the top and mute the top string. You just touch the top string with your thumb. We do the same strumming pattern twice on this F major 7 chord, and then you switch back to C. Look at how easy that switches. When you switch from the F major 7 to C, do not move your ring finger or your pointer finger. Just get rid of your pinky and move your middle finger up to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string from the top, and do the strumming pattern twice on the C chord. We're halfway through the intro. Let's very slowly play through the entire intro, including the mute, mute, mute at the beginning. Ready? 1, 2, here we go, and wait. Mute, mute, mute. C, mute, up, down, mute, up, down, up, down. Then switch. Then switch. And switch. After you play that, you start it over again. Now here's the tricky part. So the chords go C, E minor over G, F major 7 over C, then C. And then it starts over, which means you end up doing C again. So it's C, E minor, F, C, C again. So you have to do the C twice as long the second time because you're doing the last one and the first one. Why are you making this so confusing? I'm not. You're just not understanding what I'm saying. Great. Okay. So for the second half of the intro, you play the C again. exactly the same. You go to the E minor over G, exactly the same. Then you go to the F major 7 over C, exactly the same. And then this is where it gets a little weird. You go to the C chord, but you only do the strumming pattern once. You don't play through it twice. Let's play the whole intro all the way through together. It will kind of make sense when we're done. 1, 2, here we go. And wait, mute, mute, mute. C. Do it again. And then the E minor over G. Then switch to the F major 7 over C. Then switch to C. Then start it over to C again. See how that works? See how that works? Then switch to the E minor over G. Then switch to the F major 7 over C. Then switch to the C just one time. See, we stopped the C early at the end there. Great. Now it's time for the verse. The verse just goes E minor over G, the second chord of the introduction. We do the strumming pattern twice on here. Then go to the C chord, do the strumming pattern twice. Then go back to the E minor over G and do the strumming twice, and then go back to the C and do the strumming pattern twice. That's the entire verse. Let's play the verse all the way through. 1, 2, nice and easy. Switch to the C, then back to the E minor over G, then back to the C. Great work. We've now moving on to the chorus of the song. The chorus starts with an F chord. Now, I'm going to give you the choice that I never had. Lestat. Vampire Miracles, born on the 4th of July. What's it called? It's called Interview with a Vampire, featuring Brad Pitt. Is that movie considered good or is it considered bad? Is it like a classic or do people laugh at it? I thought it was great, if we're being honest. I haven't seen it in like 15 years. I tried to read the book, but they talk about blood too much. It made me kind of queasy. Tried to like listen to it while I was driving. Bad news. Here's the choice. When I listen to the recording, it sounds like he's playing the bar chord F or F with the thumb, but you could play F major 7, it's fine. Remember the F major 7 over C chord that we did? Yeah? Okay, good. Play it for me. Beautiful, what a good job. So you can just do that chord at the beginning of the chorus and that'll be fine. If you want it to sound a little bit more like the recording, here are 2 additional options. You can take your thumb and push on the 1st fret of the top string. Now we've got that low F note in there, and it just makes the chord sound way cooler. The other option is you can get rid of your thumb, take your pointer finger and mash down on the 1st fret of all 6 strings. That's gonna work great as well. I think I'm gonna do the thumb version, but if I were you, I would probably just do the F major 7 that we did in the verse because it's way easier and you're not that good at guitar yet. I mean, it's fine, I'm not judging. You're still learning. I don't know. Stuart, I don't think that's the right tactic. I don't think that you tell people that they're bad at what they're doing. But like, more people are bad at it than good at it, so it's just statistics. Stuart, you don't know anything about statistics. You think because you took 1 semester of statistics at College of Marin, now you're an expert? No, I didn't say I was an expert, but I think it's common sense. Well, I think common sense says you shouldn't criticize your audience. No, but I'm a teacher. I'm supposed to criticize people. Stuart, just knock it off. I don't know. Are Bon Iver fans serious or are you silly? In the comments, are you serious or are you silly? Here's what you do for the chorus of the song. You've got your F chord, whichever way you choose it. It's got a backbeat. You can't lose it. Young Einstein told us that. Guys, you're going to strum the same exact strumming. Twice in a row, just like that. Then you switch to the regular C and do the strumming twice in a row. Then go back to F and do the strumming twice in a row. And then go to C again, but only do the strumming 1 time. So we've got F, F, C, C, F, F, C. After that, you're going to go to the E minor over G chord, the same one we did in the verse, where it's ring finger, 3rd fret, top string, mute 2nd string from the top, middle finger plays 2nd fret, 3rd string from the top. You're going to do the strumming pattern twice on this chord. Then we go back to F. Now, we're going to do what he does in the live version, and you just do 1 strum of the F chord, and you count to 6. And then I'll show you what comes next. But let's go ahead and play the whole chorus up till then. So it's F, F, C, C, F, F, C, E minor over G, E minor over G, 1 strum of F, count to 6. 1, 2, here we go with the F. And again, then switch to the C. Then switch to the F, and again. Then 1 time on the C, then E minor over G. And again, strum of the F. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great work. Now, right after you count to 6, you're going to go like this. Here's what I just did. I kept the F chord, but I lifted up my middle finger. So now the 3rd string from the bottom is open. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to strum the middle couple strings and hammer on with my middle finger to the 2nd fret like this. Then I immediately do that again. Then there's a tiny little pause and I do it a 3rd time. And then I'm gonna get rid of my middle finger again and just strum the strings. So it was like this. Try it with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. And then you go to a C chord and you do the regular strumming pattern twice. And that's the chorus. So let's play the whole chorus all the way through. 1, 2, here we go. An F. Then switch to the C. Then back to the F. Then 1 time on the C. Then the E minor over G, and again, 1 strum of the F. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great work. Then, oh guys, you're gonna be so happy to hear that we go to the 2nd verse, which is exactly the same as the 1st verse. Then we get to the 2nd chorus, which is a little bit different from the 1st chorus. 2nd chorus goes like this. We go to our F chord. We do the same strum. We go F, and again, and then you do just 1 time through the strumming on C. Then 1 time through the strumming on the E minor over G. So we just did F, F, C, E minor over G. Then we act like we're gonna start it again. We go F, F, C, but then we do, like, it's kind of weird. We do like 1/2 of the strumming on C and then 1/2 of the strumming on E minor over G. So it ends up, look at this, it goes like this. F, then 1 time on the C and a C and a D minor over G. The timing is a little strange. We'll play through it again, don't worry. Then you stay on the G and you do 3 complete times through the strumming on the G, and then you do 2 times through the strumming on the F. So look, we'll go really slowly through the 2nd chorus. I'll be yelling things at you. You'll kind of understand and it'll be fine. 1, 2, nice and slow, and F. Then switch to the C. Then straight to the E minor over G, back to F, and again, and then C, then look out guys, C, E minor over G, stay there. 1 more, I think that's right, shoot, darn it, I lost track, then F. Great. That's the second chorus. Perfect. Amazing. It made perfect sense and everyone was on board. Then what happens is you do the intro again. Do you remember the intro? It was just C, C, E minor over G, E minor over G, F over C, F over C, C, C. Great. Amazing. Fantastic. And then what happens after that is it goes through the verse and it goes through the chorus again, but with no singing. Instead, there's like horns, like trombones and trumpets and stuff. I don't trust any instrument you have to blow into. It just doesn't feel right to me. And then I think the song ends on, does it fade out or does it end on a C? Shoot, darn it, I don't remember. It either fades out, so either, I don't know. Okay, do you guys want to learn the thing that goes, look, this is the part where nobody cares and we're just hanging out and like you can, I don't know, you can talk amongst yourselves, you can doodle if you want, you don't need to take notes, none of this is going to be on the test. Let's learn the lead slide part. You don't need, I'm going to do it with a slide just because I remembered to bring it home, so I'm going to use it. But you can also just play the notes without a slide. It's fine. Goes like this. You're going to play the 5th fret on the 2nd string from the bottom. Oh. Do you know why you wiggle it back and forth? For 2 reasons. 1, because it sounds cool. 2, because it helps the sustain a little bit. And then the 3rd reason is so that if you're not like perfectly lined up right, it's okay and it doesn't sound horribly out of tune. So 5th fret, 2nd string from the bottom. Then, oh wait, that's not even right. 8th fret, 2nd string from the bottom. Great work. Then after you play that, you slide it up to 10. So it's, then you're going to slide it all the way down to 5. So it's 8, 10, 5. Guys, I have to tell you something. I have to tell you that the rhythm goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, rest, 8, 10, 5, rest, 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 rest. Then you do it again. 8, 10, 5. Then you slide all the way down to 1. Then you're going to play 5 on the 3rd string from the top and then slide up to 10. So listen, just listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 8, 10, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 8, 10, 5, 1, 5, 10. Then the 2nd time through it goes 8, 10, 5, 8, 10, 5, 1. Then it goes like this. You play 7 on the 3rd string from the top, slide down to 5, then slide up to 10. So it's, and then slide down to 9 on the 3rd string from the top. I'm not having any fun. Are you? Let's play that whole thing all the way through. 1. Okay, let me give you a slide tip. I don't know. Nobody, did you know this? Look, if you're using a slide, have the fingers on the left side of the slide just like very gently touch the strings. Otherwise, you get a bunch of extra noise, but if these fingers are here, it's not, you don't get nearly as much crazy noise. Okay. I feel like this is the worst job I've ever done with anything in my entire life. That's not even close to true, but it's pretty bad. Top 1,000 worst things I've ever done in my entire life. I really don't want to play this, do you? No, I didn't think so. Okay, guys, it's been so much fun learning the song Bon Iver by For Emma featuring, I don't know, St. Vincent on this song. I don't really, can I be honest with you? I don't know anything about this band. I don't really understand. Also, okay, wait. Is Radiohead, are they like on hiatus or did Radiohead break up? All the members are still alive, right? I know the drummer's name. His name is Phil. He's bald. That's fine. I don't know why I said it like it was a bad thing. Just checking out to make sure I still have hair, apparently. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's stuck on. Oh, got it. We're going to go. Do you know what I think about sometimes? What if you had a slide and you put it up to your eye?